vibrant world of creativity, inspiration, and connection. I am thrilled to have you today to join me as we explore the fascinating stories and insights of incredible individuals. Now come and join me in this journey as I unfold the beauty of technology and its resiliency to every face of individuals. Together, let's comprehend the unsung passions, triumphs, and wisdom that shape us into technology literate. Now, I would like to introduce to you to my dearest friend who's actually an online teacher. She is Kyla Hinampas, also known as Teacher Kai. Hi, it's been a while. Nice to meet you.
It's really nice to meet you too.
So, how's life?
Typical old ones, just same busy days, typical one.
So, by the way, thank you for granting my request for allowing me to interview you today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure as well, giving me this chance to speak up from my own experience is kind of an amazing one because I really want to share my own knowledge with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, should we start? Okay, so my first question is, from your own experiences as an online teacher, so how does the technology transform your teaching and learning process?
So actually, basically, since I work in this field for about 4 months already, I experienced working for both Chinese and Vietnamese students, both student and adults. This experience gave me the ability to communicate with my students with the use of technology, and as well as it's very interactive in a way that I am allowed to talk to them in a way that I want to, and I could experience or I could share my knowledge to them, impart understanding, comprehension in a much engaging way because everyone can use technology on all ages, and I'm so happy that being an online teacher break barriers for the traditional ones so that even though that I am from Philippines and they are from another country, we can still communicate and we can still have the collaboration and relationship to build a good educational system.
So how does the technology help you in creating a more engaging and interactive learning environment?
So technically, since we use computer as a way of teaching or any digital tools, it is very engaging in a sense that we can show pictures, we can illustrate illustration, and also we can show them videos. You know what? This is very fun because most of my students, especially young ones, ranging the age from 20 and below, they find it more interactive. They can easily comprehend, especially if they see the pictures or video I show them. And you know what? I remember when I had this younger students, which is like 10 and below, they find it more easy to follow the instruction if they can sing it or they can dance with it. So typically, that's a very nice way in the sense that they can also manipulate because we have this system that we can give them a pen or a tools so that they can try to use it to write on the board, put a circle on the screen, and match the words, which is actually a great way to have an interaction with them.
So you mentioned earlier that the technology really helped you in creating a more engaging and interactive learning environment. So what are the disadvantages of using multimedia resources such as videos, images, or interactive presentations in teaching?
So earlier I talked about advantages. We put more emphasis to it. Now I want to share to you the disadvantage. One of the common problems that we're facing is actually bad internet connection. That is given to the fact that sometimes there's bad weather or maybe the signal is so low. So those are common problems that we need to overcome as well. So we need to be composed and we need to also make sure that we need to use our time properly. And aside from that, there is also a problem that the students' equipment or tools are not working properly. Like their phone might be not functioning well, they weren't not typing well, something like that. So in that way, we need to tell the student to use another tools or another way for them to communicate with us. Like speaking is the best way, asking questions, especially comprehension is one of our main focus. Then I also have this problem because not a lot of students listen to you. There are times when they are bored or they're tired. Sometimes the student can from the school and then go to classes, online classes, because there are extra classes. Now, there are also students that is professionals. We have adults, we have teachers, doctors, even big business owners. So they tend to not listen properly because they think that they're smarter than you, and that's common. But you know what? Being able to get your student attention, saying that you need to focus is one of the best ways to interact with the student. So you need to be hyper interactive in a sense so that they can still learn because they're paying for you. That's really what that means.
So how can technology bridging the gap between the traditional and online learning environment?
Okay, so one of the common misconception about online learning is that we do not care or we just throw away the traditional one. But you know what? We really make sure that the students still get engaged with the traditional and online learning, so that is how we bridge the gap. So typically we ask our students to have their pen and paper with them so that they can take note, especially when I teach IELTS. So I am also coaching students who want to apply for IELTS test. So we make sure that they have a pen and paper with them so that they can take note important information, and as well it is more easier for them to memorize or familiarize the words if they can write it in their own. So we really try to make sure that the student have this interactive way of traditional learning and also modern learning, because I think both kind of style are important or are interconnected with each other, because it is for the advantage or benefits of the student and as well as for the teachers like me.
So my last question for you today is that, do you find the online teaching more fun than the traditional teaching or a face-to-face classes?
So since teaching is actually my passion, I find it equal in the sense that I love teaching online and also I love teaching face-to-face. But the good thing about teaching online is that I was able to expand my resources not only in teaching Filipinos or students here in the Philippines, because in the way that I teach online, my main focus is teaching internationally, which is, again, my students are from China, Malaysia, Vietnam, and then there is a coming student from Japan. So with that, I was able to communicate with foreign students with different races aside from myself being Filipino. So it's a very fun because I can also learn their tradition, their culture, and you know what? I'm so happy because they teach me their language as well, which is kind of experience that would last for me forever. Because not only I was able to communicate with them, but I can also build relationship, like good environmental relationship with them, and I can show perspective from all around the world. So it's so fun in the sense in that way.
Then hearing the insights of a teacher, and now it is the time to hear the insights of the students. So let's go. Hi, can I ask you some few questions for my vlog?
Sure. Okay, sure.
Okay. So let's start. So my first question is for you or for all of you. What is the concept of citizenship and how it can be promoted inside the classroom?
From the word citizenship, it refers to responsible and respectful use of internet and digital technology. That includes the skills of such as the digital literacy, the online safety, ethical behavior, and as well as the global awareness. So, in promoting the etiquette in the classroom, as a future teacher, we can use it in incorporate the digital citizenship lesson, teach the students on how to evaluate the online circles, and encourage them to be more responsible in using social media, and provide opportunities of collaborations with peers in different backgrounds.
So, as a future teacher, as a future educator, how can you educate your students about the importance of practicing a good etiquette in online communities?
So, as a future teacher, it is very important, it's significant for us to teach or educate the students of the importance about the practicing a good etiquette in the online communities by providing a clear guidelines and expectation, modeling appropriate online behavior, and as well as provide a real world examples about the consequences of inappropriate behavior, encouraging them to be more participative in online world or in online communities, so that they can be more enhance their and develop their skills and knowledge necessary for to be and become a responsible and digital citizen.
So what are some examples of a good or positive or negative behaviors that reflect a good or poor citizenship in online communities?
Let's answer this one. So, examples of positive behaviors in online communities includes respectful and constructive communication, acknowledging diverse perspectives, providing accurate and helpful information, and engaging in meaningful discussions. Negative behaviors, on the other hand, include cyberbullying, spreading misinformation, engaging in online arguments or flame wars, and violating others' privacy or intellectual property rights.
So, as a future teacher, how can you help your students in understanding the impact of their online actions and develop empathy towards others in online communities?
As a future teacher, I will help my students to understand the impact of their online behaviors and develop empathy towards others in online communities by facilitating discussions about the consequences of their digital behavior and promoting respectful online communication and fostering classroom culture of empathy and understanding.
So, how can teachers address the cyberbullying and promote a safe and inclusive learning environment through lessons of citizenship?
I think teachers can combat cyberbullying and foster online safety and inclusivity by educating students about the type of cyberbullying, and also teaching prevention and response strategies. Also promoting empathy and respect, building a supportive classroom community and community.
Thank you so much for answering my questions, and I hope that you'll be successful and you will reach your dreams as a future educator. So that's it. Let's say goodbye to the camera. Bye. And now I'm going to interview one of my classmates who actually studied computer service system and ICT during her senior high school days. Help me welcome Ms. Jillian Pupas. Hi, Jill. Nice to see you once again.
Hi Ellie, it's nice to see you again online too.
Been ages. I've missed catching up with you. How have you been?
Been good. Life has been keeping me busy, but I'm glad we finally found time to reconnect. How about you?
Well, still the same, busy as ever. But I've managed to squeeze my time in some adventures here and there. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude for accommodating my request to interview you today for my vlog. Thank you so much. So, by the way, should we start? My first question would be, how can ICT be effectively integrated into the assessment of student learning environment?
Teachers can use ICT to gather and analyze data on student progress and achievement by leveraging digital assessment tools. They can collect data through online quizzes and assignment using learning analytics in an LMS. Additionally, teachers can use digital platforms to store and organize students' data and identify patterns or areas for improvement, allowing for making and personalized instructions.
I think that's it. Thank you for answering all of my questions. It was really a big help, especially to those students or the future educators who want to know more about the ICT and assessment of learning. Thank you so much. As I reflect on my exploration of the role of ICT in assessment of learning, I am struck by the transformative power it holds within educational practices. Throughout my research and first-hand experiences, I have come to understand the tremendous importance of ICT in shaping the way assessments are conducted and how they contribute to students' learning outcomes. In this reflection, I will delve into the significance of ICT in assessment practices. highlighting the key insights I have gained and the implications they have for educators and learners alike, from enhanced accessibility and diverse assessment methods to personalized feedback and data-driven insights. ICT has the potential to revolutionize the assessment landscape, creating a more inclusive, engaging, and effective learning environment for all. I hope that through this vlogging journey, you have gained valuable insights and knowledge about how crucial technology is in education. Don't forget to like this video and hit the notification bell for more upcoming knowledge. Thank you for watching, everyone. Goodbye!